Okay, so I'm in the property, and the first thing that you notice are a few of these. Some big cracks everywhere, and also the fact that the kitchen, all we have is a sink. Lots of issues. Why have we bought this house? Fantastic location. Is there work to do? Absolutely. Then we've got to look at everything. We've got to look at everything on here. But why this property? It's a fantastic location. It has the most amazing drop off in terms of slopey floor. So we have got about a 2 or 3 inch drop in this property. So we've got cracks like this here on the wall. So if you can see it there, you can see, ooh, nice big tear crack. But what have we got in the property? Well, let's have a look. From here, we're gonna come in to a sitting room. We've got issues here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay, so perished, plaster, damp, and things. Yeah. Woo. We've got all sorts of interesting things here. A classic setup, which if you put all your favorite photos and everything on, it still looks all right. I know people are going to go, what are you talking about? But there's something homely about it. There's something nostalgic. There's something that people love about it. We've got issues here because we've got polystyrene ceilings. We have the wonderful wood chip everywhere. And some of this stuff was put on, I'm sure, with super glue. But then we've got bigger issues down here again. We've got this tear crack here and across the front. We've got cracks above the window. We've got electrics that are, you know, crazy. And then we've got this paper that is, yeah, this bit of wood chips coming off easily. Haha. Yeah. Okay. So we're revealing here some of the cracks that we have. Wow. Okay, so we've got enormous cracks in here. And then okay, that is the fastest I've ever removed wallpaper. However, not ideal. So we've got the beeping smoke alarm that needs to be sorted as well. Yeah, polystyrene tiles, and I'm just gonna sort of walk around. I'm just gonna turn it around and show you really quite a steep, there you go, dazzled by the light. Really quite steep, narrow set of stairs. And if you're thinking I'm not holding the camera straight, it does actually slope. So back here in the kitchen, we've got this huge dip into the corner, causing all these tears and cracks and stuff. And it affects the stairs up here. So we have been doing some of the paper stripping even, here in the rooms. And this one came off very easily. For anyone that doesn't know, that is your wood chip. So it's literally paper with bits of wood in it that gives that sort of funny texture to it, that ridgy, bumpy stuff. And it either comes off beautifully or it's a shocker. But here we are, we've got more of the cracks that made this property, not very appealing to people, so, and certainly not to the bank. So when you're looking at property, if you think you can solve the problem, then you might get it at a better price. Coming through here, we've got classic bathroom. Again, wood chip. I think you got a discount for bulk orders of wood chip. We've got a big old tank in here, and a good solid bath. But in this day and age, it's kind of time for a shower. But here's potentially the issue: the loo is there, soil pipe goes out. You probably want it this side, and then have a shower cubicle into that corner. But that, as the sink, that's a lot of rearranging. So it might be that the shower tray comes in here with that position, but there we go. We then have a smaller bedroom at the back here, and you can see top tip: when you're pulling up foam back carpet, if it's been down a long time, it perishes and you get this dust from the back of it. So when we were cutting up the strips, you turn it over and roll it the other way. Try and keep it in, try and keep all the dust in. But you can see here, you know, the scale of these cracks on here, and it'd be interesting to see when we look at remedial works whether we can get these to close up a bit. But this is a classic case of wood chip not coming off very easily. This is the stud wall between here and the bathroom. But yeah, terrible stuff. This is where, yeah, I think Matt has tried to scratch into it to soak it, and has managed to go right through into the plaster. Okay, so yeah, this stuff is everywhere. And then finally, just to give you a flavour of the layout, we've got stairs up, and up to, again, it feels like the fun house. Feels like the fun house as you come up these stairs here, because everything has a really good lean with the subsidence. But we're up into a fantastic space up here, which is the, do it this way around with the light on me, but this is where there's into the roof, loft conversion, big dormer window out there. And what you can see here, so let's have a look down here. This was all wallpapered over, but in there we knew there would be an extra little bit, a secret hideaway to go into the rest of the roof space. It's great to find these things, but you often find that there's another thing that you have to do in there, and this one is all about insulation. There is zero. So what that means is, let's have a look. So in this space, so above the main bedroom, effectively that ceiling has no insulation at all. Now the way that they tried to solve that was they put on foam tiles underneath. So yeah, I love these little secret doors here. I think they're fabulous. It's almost like going into a secret world. This is the corner of the chimney. Now this runs all the way down the building, obviously, all the way down to where the electricity, so the supply of electricity comes into the building at the front, just kind of out there, obviously down in the cellar. And this chimney, this is just the corner of the chimney, obviously goes all the way down as well. And what I'm thinking is potentially boxing a section out and having it as conduit, large conduit, where we can run all the cables up and do each floor, as well as bring heating pipes up, because as we look around this one, there's no heating up here. Here we are, we're at the other side of it. We have this, you know, somebody will have done a great job. This is before IKEA's sort of 20 quid version of this, with these railings. It kind of makes you feel like you're in jail to some extent, if you're at this point. You know, let me out. It's a bit of a room divide. So the idea here is what we've got to do is we've got to get some power in here. So hence we bring it up. Floorboards are going this way, which means the joists are going that way, which means that we should be able to come in, run the cable down quite easily to do various sections. So we'll probably go in there, come all the way down. We'll probably have to drill across and bring it round and take it up there. We've got this, the old roof line. So again, bit of cracking. Large sections of plaster popped off as Matthew was using the steamer. Top tip, be careful when you're steaming, hold it on too long, you can blow the plaster. He was warned, but he looks at Muggins here to be the one that's going to be repairing all this, so a couple of extra jobs, thank you very little. Steep steps. It might look, again, like I'm not holding it straight, but everything is leaning over. And if you can see on here, so this is the capping to keep this top bit level. As you move across, there you go. You can see the size of this bit of packing that they had to do here in order to get that level. So you can see how much everything's twisted. Folks, it's a bit like a fun house, you know, where everything doesn't feel quite right and your eyes think it's all right, but your body's saying you're leaning. It's a bit like that. But there we go. There's a quick blast around the house. And you know, the thing is, oh, here's an example of the tiles that people put in. Foam tiles, all need taking out. They won't be fire compliant. These things will go up like a Roman candle, I'm sure. So we get them all out. Just whilst I'm here, in this bedroom, there's the chimney stack. We went above and we saw that in the corner of that room there. So again, this is my thought, whether we bring all the services in from the cellar, coming up and up, following this chimney stack. I'll have a think about it. Whether I chase it all the way in. I'll think about that. But there we go, folks. A couple of the things in here. Dramatic subsidence. You know, you can really feel it. No kitchen. So we've got a sink and that's it. So this is effectively the kitchen. And the wonderful person who was here before, and I can quite understand why they wouldn't want to tackle big jobs or anything like that. In the 90s, neighbours all know her and came and helped out as well. So what a wonderful sort of community. So you find yourself a property in that position where a person is either it's not for them, they haven't done anything for years, it's left a few issues with a property, and those issues get mortgage companies running scared, insurers, you know, they want to make sure that you're doing things, mortgage companies in the future want to make sure you're doing things. So we are going to do something, and that we will be talking about in future episodes. We're going to show you something I've never seen before, underpinning like I've never seen before. Some of you will probably be well aware of it and you'll be thinking, oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But it could be that this underpinning stops any more of this, it gives us a position where we can start leveling off floors, measuring up walls for kitchens, you know, that we don't have to then mess about with and do all those sort of things. So yeah, that's coming up. But hope you've enjoyed an intro to a house that, if you've got the ability to get in, you know, in other words, without borrowing from standard lenders. So whether you've got family or friends with some money that's getting no return at all in the banks, you know, you might want to sort of look at something like this. Because why? Well, if we can do some key bits, so maybe the electrics, sort the heating, going to all the floors, doing the decoration, and looking at all these cracks and everything else. If we can do that, it could immediately give a fantastic return on the property. It's not for the faint-hearted. I think people are only faint-hearted when they don't know what's going on. So if you want to know more about what's going on, what we're doing, I'm sure you're gonna all say, oh, you're doing that wrong, you should have done this, you shouldn't do that, blah, 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 blah. That's great. We've all got opinions, haven't we? And that's what makes everything so exciting. But this could be one way that you could do it, that you could get in and get yourself a property. Anyway, we'll see you soon.